You think the drama in Cleveland was over once Joe Flacco got traded? Think again, because now the storyline is Shader Sanders standing in the locker room, flatly saying it wasn't my decision to sit out, and reminding everyone he's going to be fine. Newsweek. Here's the short version. Sanders got bumped onto the injury report with a back issue Saturday. The Browns elevated Bailey Zappi from the practice squad as the backup, and on game day, Shader did a pregame workout that reporters said looked okay, yet the team chose to list him inactive for the 32-13 loss in New England. Sanders told reporters afterward he didn't choose to sit and that he guaranteed I'm going to be good. NBC Sports. Let's unpack why that small sequence of events feels enormous. First, there's optics and momentum. Shedeur is not some anonymous rookie. He's Deion Sanders' son, a high-profile fifth-round pick who's been the subject of nonstop debate since Cleveland drafted him. The fan base and national chatter have treated him like a potential lightning rod. If he plays well, he's a savior. If he struggles, the narrative flips to too soon. That kind of heat makes any decision to sit him feel personal, not purely medical. Athlonsports.com. Second, the medical story and the coaching story aren't lining up in public. Cleveland staff said they didn't feel he was ready to play after the pregame warm-up, which is a defensible, conservative football move. Teams absolutely can protect a rookie's development and long-term health. But when a player visibly participates in a workout and then publicly says he didn't choose to sit, the message to the locker room and to fans is muddled. Who called the shots and why? That ambiguity breeds suspicion and fuels media cycles. Newsweek. Third, development and reps matter. Reports before the game noted Sanders still hadn't been getting consistent first-team reps in practice behind Dillon Gabriel, which blunts the argument that he's being kept out purely to shield him from exposure. If a rookie isn't ready because of scheme familiarity or prep, then not playing makes sense. If he's healthy and prepared, benching him looks like a statement about trust and opportunity. Either way, it's a coaching decision with consequences. Athlonsports.com. Now take a step back and consider the game context. The Browns have been searching for quarterback clarity. Flacco was benched and then moved. Dillon Gabriel earned a start. Shedeur keeps rising in conversation. And Deshaun Watson looms on the roster while rehabbing. Trading Flacco to the Bengals removed a safety valve and instantly raised the stakes for Gabriel and Sanders. The team's choice to hold Shedeur out in that moment wasn't just about one game. It felt like a vote in an ongoing quarterback election. And when a vote looks opaque, people react. NBC Sports. What does this do to momentum? For Shedeur personally, speaking up in the locker room wasn't my decision is bold. It signals confidence and a refusal to be boxed out of the narrative. That's valuable if he's trying to build a reputation of resilience and leadership. For the Browns coaching staff, it's a public relations problem. Either you explain the medical calculus thoroughly, rarely satisfying, or you risk the perception you're mishandling a promising asset. In the modern NFL, perception often becomes reality fast. Newsweek. What should we actually watch for next? 1. The bye week. Cleveland has time to calibrate, evaluate the medical read, decide who gets first-team reps, and set a clear plan for whether Shedeur is being groomed to start or merely kept as an emergency option. 2. The next depth chart move. If Bailey Zappi remains elevated or gets more looks, the franchise is telegraphing short-term pragmatism over long-term development. If Sanders gets first-team reps after the bye and shows improvement, his locker room confidence could turn into real momentum. NBC Sports 3, the bigger roster calculus. Deshaun Watson's rehab timeline and contract still hang over Cleveland's decisions. If Watson returns, the Browns must juggle cap, optics, and competitiveness, and that will affect how patient they are with a rookie like Shedeur. That's why every public word, from Stefanski claiming Sanders wasn't ready to Shedeur saying he didn't choose to sit, becomes a chess piece, not just locker room chatter. Newsweek, how this plays in media and among fans is predictable. The Shedeur crowd will argue injustice, that the organization is hiding or mishandling its future, while skeptics will say the team is rightly cautious and that the rookie hype is premature. Both sides will amplify every minor detail. The coaching staff, wisely or not, must now produce a clear timeline and a consistent narrative because ambiguity only fans flames. Athlonsports.com. Finally, what does Shedder need to do? Keep the message consistent and let the tape do the talking once he gets reps. If he's truly healthy and performs in practice and preseason style reps, the Browns will have a harder time justifying continued inaction. If he truly needs time to recover and learn, the player's public confidence must be matched by patience and by diligent, visible rehab steps the team can point to. At the moment, the most important fact remains simple and sharp. The rookie publicly claimed he didn't choose to sit, and the team said he wasn't ready. That contradiction is why this story won't disappear during Cleveland's bye week. The Browns have to decide if they want this to be a teachable, transparent pause or a lingering distraction that defines their quarterback room. Whatever happens next, Shedder made sure his voice is part of the conversation. That alone keeps the pressure on the people whose job it is to explain the decision. Newsweek.